Now just double tap one of your ears and you'll increase or decrease the volume. Welcome to the channel, guys. I'm Eric and I focus on diving deep to find all the coolest new features on all the latest tech products. And today we're taking a look at the top 10 unknown features on the Galaxy Buds Pro. And if you guys stick around to the end of the video, I'll share a couple bonus features as well. And some of these features have just been added with a recent software update. So if you think you know every feature I'm going to mention because you've been using the Galaxy Buds Pro since day one, think again. Did you know that there are 9 unique commands with the Galaxy Buds Pro that you could use all at the same time without having to switch which commands you want in the settings? For starters, there's the 3 that everybody knows: single tap to play pause, double tap to skip forward, and triple tap to skip backwards. But to see the rest of the 6 commands, we're gonna have to jump into the Galaxy Wearable application. For this next part, I'm gonna share my phone screen with you guys so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now, the Galaxy Wearable application should install automatically the first time you connect your Galaxy Buds Pro to your phone. So we're gonna go ahead and open that application. Then we're gonna tap touch and hold. And here you can see that you get 2 unique touch and hold options depending on which bud you're pressing. And if you set one of them to switch noise controls, you actually get 2 functions with that one long press. So you can either activate noise canceling or ambient sound and just toggle between the 2, or you can toggle between active noise canceling on or off, or toggle between ambient sound on or off. So right there's 2 more functions just by long pressing one bud. And for the other bud, you get the same options. But we're going to leave this checked as Spotify for now. Don't use any of the volume up or volume down or the Bixby buttons because we're going to activate those a different way. So far, we're at 6 commands. Now let's take a look at the last 3. So let's go ahead and back out of here and scroll down until you get to Labs and tap that. And enable the option called Double Tap Earbud Edge. And what this does is allow you to increase or decrease volume by tapping the corner of the earbud instead of tapping the touch sensitive part. However, since this works with an accelerometer, you can actually just double tap your ear and that will increase and decrease volume. As you can see on my phone, that just increased volume. And if I tap my left ear, that decreases again, decreases again. So as you can see, it is super easy to increase or decrease volume just by tapping your ear instead of having to precisely tap some part of the earbud that's not gonna either play pause or skip a track or something like that. Now let's back out and take a look at the 9th command. And to do that, we're gonna go to Advanced. And at the top, tap Bixby Voice Wake Up. And we're going to enable this. And what this is gonna do is allow you to just say, to activate Bixby instead of long pressing one of the buds. So there are the 9 unique commands, and that is just the first of the 10 unknown features with the Galaxy Buds Pro. If you've ever been listening to music with your Galaxy Buds in and carrying something heavy at the same time when all of a sudden someone comes over to you and tries to start having a conversation with you and you have no way of hearing what they're saying or really responding at all, then you're going to appreciate this next feature. To enable it, we're going to go back into the Galaxy Wearable application and then go into this voice detect option. And if you enable this, then the earbuds are automatically going to detect when you start talking. And when that happens, it's going to enable ambient sound mode and turn down your media volume so you can actually have a conversation with somebody. Then the 3 options at the bottom are the amount of seconds that the earbuds are going to wait before turning ambient sound mode back off and turning the media volume back up. The next unknown feature is called Seamless Earbud Connection. Now you may have heard of this, but most people don't understand the full extent of what this is capable of. To enable it, go to Advanced Settings, then tap Seamless Earbud Connection. Now the feature that most people are aware of is that when you enable this, you don't have to disconnect your Galaxy Buds Plus from the first device before connecting them to another device, as long as both devices are signed into your Samsung account. So if my Galaxy Buds Pro were connected to my Tab S7 Plus, and I want to quickly switch to my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, all I'd have to do is pull the notification shade down twice, tap the word Bluetooth underneath the Bluetooth icon, and that will show all of my available Bluetooth devices. Now I just tap Galaxy Buds Pro, and it'll immediately switch over to my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. A faster way to get to that menu would be to swipe down from the top with 2 fingers. And that just brings you straight into your quick toggles where you could immediately tap the text and see all of the connections. The third way to quickly switch devices is to swipe down again with just 1 finger, then tap Media at the top, and tap Galaxy Buds Pro in that menu instead. Now this particular menu may only be available after you've set up the Samsung SmartThings app, which does come installed by default on any Samsung phone. So this is just the basic function that Seamless Connection unlocks. Now let's talk about the much more advanced features you get. The incredible part about this feature that a lot of people don't realize is that you can quickly switch back and forth between playing music or videos on two different devices simply by just tapping the play button on the other device. So you can see now, at the top of that screen, it says that my Galaxy Buds are now connected to my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. But if I tap play on my tablet, the Galaxy Buds are going to immediately switch over to the tablet, and I get a notification on my phone saying that they switched over to the tablet. And if I want to come back here, I just hit play again, and now it's playing on this phone again. And you can see just how fast this is. As soon as I tap this, within 2 seconds, I'm already listening to the other device. But the seamless connections don't end there. Let's say I had my earbuds connected to my tablet and I was watching a movie, but then I got a phone call on my phone and my phone's in the other room. As long as my phone is within Bluetooth range of the earbuds will automatically pause the movie on the tablet and switch to the phone, then I can hear the phone ringing through the earbuds. All I have to do from there is double tap one of my earbuds to take the call. Then, once I'm finished with the call, the buds will automatically switch their connection back to the tablet and automatically start playing the movie again. And if that wasn't good enough, there's one more incredibly useful seamless connection feature. Let's say I'm binge watching Techisode TV videos on YouTube on my phone, then I finish that and put the phone down, walk into another room and pick up my tablet. The Galaxy Buds will automatically switch from my phone to the tablet because the tablet is physically much closer to me, and they automatically figure out that that's the device that I'm using. Something important to note about this particular auto switching feature is that it works well the first time you make a switch, but it may take some time before it'll switch back to the other device automatically. I think it's something like 10, maybe even 15 minutes or something like that, which does make sense because you don't want your earbuds to constantly be switching connection based on which device is physically closer to you all the time. Because sometimes you might be watching a movie on your tablet, but then you pick up your phone to quickly respond to a text. Well, your phone will then be physically closer to you than the tablet, but you're not going to want the earbuds to switch back to the phone. So I think Samsung did a good job in how they implemented that particular feature. Just know that it's not going to quickly switch back and forth as you walk back and forth between rooms. Jumping back into the advanced settings, at the top you get an option called Bixby Voice Wake Up, which we talked about a little bit earlier. Now earlier, we just turned the Voice Wake Up feature on. But below that is an option for Speak Seamlessly, and this allows you to talk to Bixby more fluidly. You don't have to wait for the typical beep before saying your command. So if I had this feature off, I'd have to say something like, "Hi Bixby, what time is it?" But if I turn the feature on, I can just say, "Hi Bixby, what time is it?" And that was much faster. While we're talking about voice commands, another unknown feature with the Galaxy Buds Pro is that you could use voice commands to control a ton of different features on the buds. So besides the basics of playing and pausing music, increasing or decreasing volume, skipping forward or backwards through tracks, you can also do things like lock the touchpad. Now, no matter how much I tap or hold or long press, double tap, doesn't matter, these buds aren't going to do any functions at all. They're not going to play, pause music, skip, nothing. The only thing that'll still work is double tapping your ear to turn the volume up or down. And this is particularly useful for people who have the Galaxy Buds Pro in while they're running. If they don't want to accidentally pause their music or skip tracks when they just want to adjust the earbud while they're running, this is a great way to prevent that from happening. Then, when you want to use touch controls again, all you have to say is unlock touchpads. Now I have full touch control again. And this also works for other things like enabling or disabling ambient sound mode or active noise canceling. You can even change your equalizer settings and more. Jumping back into the advanced settings again, the next option down is called 360 audio, and this is a really cool feature. If you enable this, it's going to give you a much more immersive 360-degree listening experience, especially for movies. Now, it does kind of work with YouTube videos, but I don't really recommend it for that. It doesn't sound that great. But if you start watching a movie, boy, does it make a difference, especially if you're watching that movie on something like the Tab S7 Plus. So the way this works is it uses your phone or your tablet as the center point for the audio. And if there's an explosion happening on the left side of the screen, or maybe even off screen, and the audio is supposed to be coming from that side, it actually sounds like the audio is coming from somewhere over there. Now, the cool part is that if you turn your head towards the explosion, it still sounds like it's coming from that direction. Without this 360 audio enabled, the sound would just move as you moved your head. So that is what makes this really cool. When I was testing this out, I was just turning my head from side to side as there were different explosions and action things happening, and you could hear the sounds staying in the same physical space as I turned my head, and it was just a really, really cool experience. So I highly recommend turning that on when you're watching movies, but I do recommend turning it off when you're doing pretty much anything else. Jumping back into the advanced settings one more time, there's another feature at the bottom called Hearing Enhancements, and this is incredible for anyone who's hearing impaired in one ear. So let's say I was hearing impaired in my right ear. I could adjust this slider to the right and move more of the sound to the right earbud. This way, when I listen to music or movies, it's gonna sound balanced to my ears. The toggle above that is called Maximize Ambient Sound Volume, and this really increases the volume of everything in your surroundings. I can hear better with this mode on than I can with the earbuds off. This feature is especially useful if you have your earbuds in while you're going for a run. This lets you listen to your music while also being able to hear cars and things happening around you. Jumping out of advanced settings and into labs, we get another option called gaming mode. And what this does is it reduces the audio delay from what's happening on the phone to when you actually hear it in the earbuds, which is really important for immersive gaming or competitive gaming. So if you're big into gaming, you're definitely gonna wanna turn this feature on. However, the audio connection between the buds and your phone does get less reliable because it's prioritizing the speed of the connection instead of the stability of the connection. So what that means is you won't be able to walk quite as far away from your phone, and you won't be able to have quite as many obstructions between you and your phone before the audio starts to cut out. When you're gaming, that's not a problem because your phone is right in front of you, but if you're gonna be working outside and you wanna set your phone down somewhere, you're cleaning around the house and you just wanna set your phone down and kind of move around freely, you're probably gonna wanna turn this feature off. If you have a Samsung phone with One UI 3.1 or higher, you can enable dual microphone recording, where you could record audio from both the phone's microphones as well as the earbuds microphones at the same time. To do this, just tap More within the camera app, then open up the Pro Video mode. Then on the bottom left, you'll see a little microphone icon, and when you tap that, you get a bunch of different options. And if you have the Galaxy Buds connected, you get this last option all the way to the right, which is called Bluetooth Mix. And that's what lets you record the ambient sounds with your phone and your voice with the earbuds. Alternatively, you could just tap Bluetooth and all of the audio would be coming through the earbuds. This is kind of a niche feature for vloggers or content creators, but it could also be useful if you're trying to film something in a windy environment and you want to get better audio quality without the sound of just the wind rushing past the speakers. This could be a better way to do that. And if you can think of any other great uses for this, let me know down in the comments below. This next one doesn't really count as one of the unknown features, but I wanted to include it anyway for anyone who's new to the Galaxy Buds Pro. If you ever want to pair to a new device, all you have to do is long press both earbuds for a few seconds, and all of a sudden you'll hear a tone, and then you'll be able to start pairing to any other device. And this is particularly useful if you're trying to pair to something that's not a Samsung device, and you've already paired to 2 other devices already. Because if you bring the earbuds close to a Samsung device and you open the case, you're gonna get a pop-up on that device that asks you if you want to pair the earbuds, regardless of how many other devices you've already paired to. This next one is a bonus feature that's not actually yet available on the Galaxy Buds Pro, but it is available on all of the previous versions of the Galaxy Buds. And I'm anticipating that Samsung will eventually bring this feature to the Galaxy Buds Pro with a future update, just like they did with the double tap to raise or lower volume feature. That feature wasn't added until months after the Galaxy Buds Pro were released. So this next feature is the ability to mute phone calls. And the way that works is you just long press either earbud while on a phone call, then you hear a tone letting you know that the call has been muted. Then to unmute it, just long press an earbud again, you hear another tone to let you know that the call is unmuted and the person on the other end can hear you again. And this is much faster than having to take the phone out of your pocket anytime you want to mute or unmute. Now again, at the time of making this video, the feature isn't yet available, but I'm hopeful that Samsung will bring that feature to the Galaxy Buds Pro in a future update. This next feature is an incredible feature that's not exactly Galaxy Buds Pro specific, but it is Samsung device specific. So it works with Samsung phones as well as Samsung's tablets. And that is called Music Share. And what this does is allows you to connect either multiple pairs of headphones to the same device, or quickly connect someone else's phone to a Bluetooth device that your phone's already connected to without having to unpair that Bluetooth device from your phone. I've already covered how to set this up and all the cool ways that you could use this in depth in my top 30 unknown Galaxy S21 Ultra features video, which you can check out by clicking the card in the upper corner here. And when you get to the video, you can skip to this time code to skip right to the feature. And what a perfect time to go check out that other video, because we just wrapped up this video. If you guys found this video helpful, let me know by dropping a like down below, and consider subscribing and turning on notifications if you guys want to see more deep dive videos just like this for the upcoming Galaxy Fold 3 and Galaxy Watch 4. I'll be ordering both those devices on August 11th, and I have a ton of videos planned specifically for those two devices. And if you guys are going to be getting a Fold 3 for yourself and you want to be one of the first to get it, I do have reservation links down in the description, and Samsung will send you an email ahead of everybody else where you can get to pre-order yours before anyone else gets to. So that wraps up this tech-isode. God bless, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.